surprised by the picks of BREN Esports, just chill out and remember the fundamentals that they have. Remember that they are actually good players.
For sure. They would not make it into the playoffs of every single MPL if they were not good, right? So that's no doubt. I don't think we're questioning their capabilities. But as we mentioned earlier, Billy took his shoes off. Now they're back on. All right. So I think he means business now. He wants to go for the reverse sweep. He put on his shoes. And now we're going into the second phase of banning. BREN Esports taking out the carry despite not having a core for themselves just yet. EXECRATION, same situation. They're filling in their support roles first and taking out the Hanzo. They respect it now, all right? EXECRATION don't want no clones. They don't want no Kinjutsus on the board.
This is mental warfare that BREN Esports, I think, won.
Yeah.
Because again, EXECRATION respect banning this Hanzo means that EXECRATION really felt it's not about the hero and how strong it is. It's more about them not being able to be comfortable with their own skin, right? At least that's for EXECRATION. That's why they straight out ban out the Hanzo. Maybe because they want to try another 1-2-2 setup. Maybe they want to try two cores once again. Like maybe this Selena is gonna be core, and then you're gonna get another marksman, and maybe Carry or Bruno. Oh, sorry, it's just Bruno now. But okay,
Lancelot.
I appreciate it.
Lancelot is back, ladies and gentlemen. So. BREN Esports bringing in the Hanzo in game 1. EXECRATION here now bringing Lancelot back into the spotlight. And I love BREN Esports for what they're doing here. You mentioned Wolf. It's mental warfare, right?
Yeah.
They're conditioning EXECRATION to play into their situation here. They're in control, and now they're considering their one core. Who could it be? And it looks like they're gonna funnel into an Esmeralda.
Wow. BREN Esports is just so good.
Yeah. See, this is the thing of having a lot of heroes. You get to play mind games with your enemy team. Okay, it's given that EXECRATION has already respected the threat that the Hanzo is giving, but this just leaves a more variety of hero pool for BREN.
Yeah. All right. I think this lineup on both teams, they're solid, they're respectable, and I'm happy to see Lancelot back. It's been a while since we've seen him in the professional league. And with that being said, I just got to ask you guys for your predictions, lineup-wise, and maybe you can take into consideration the game 1 that we just saw. Who do you think is going to take game 2 here? Are we seeing a sweep? Seiya, real quick.
Real quick, my vote would be on BREN, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be an interesting thing on that Lance.
Yeah.
Right. So it's BREN for you.
Not so quick. EXECRATION had the right idea of having Lancelot burst with the Selena and the Kaja. Unfortunately, BREN Esports lineup, they are so beefy. They have Atlas, they have Uranus, and Esmeralda, so it's not possible to burst them down unless EXECRATION does magic. So I think my gut will say BREN Esports will take the sweep.
All right. I think it's unanimous once more. It's 3-0 here at the panelist desk. Going for BREN Esports. The fundamentals are just undeniable. Let's hear what Rockhart and Nomad have to say for this game 2. Take it away.
Thank you so much, Leo, of course, and the rest of the panel for that amazing insight on this, especially the last one. I think I have to agree with that. Of course, I'm Rockhart back here with Nomad for game 2 of BREN Esports versus EXECRATION. So far, BREN Esports showing up strong on that Hanzo. Coach Ducky, he's not one to go back on his word. We never have seen a Hanzo funnel like that. But Nomad, we just saw Lancelot come out. How's your season 2 feelings right there, bro?
I don't know, man. This brings back a lot of memories from when Zapno was still playing Lancelot almost at a daily during season 2.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know. Yeah, it's 100% fact that BREN Esports might just be able to take this fight against EXECRATION, put them down in the lower bracket. But EXECRATION is not a stranger in the lower bracket. They have been brought there multiple times. So if anything, EXECRATION should give this a chance to download BREN Esports gameplay here, just in case that they might face off against each other later on. But
either way, we are into game 2 here. EXECRATION versus BREN Esports, the 1-0 possible sweep here predicted by our panel. I gotta say, this is an absolutely tanky lineup. with a Valier. Everyone's tanky except for the Valier, and then the Valier, what does the Valier do? He pushes everyone back. So, I don't know. Good luck catching this lineup on its, with its tail between its legs. Because this lineup can go all day, you know? Got that Captain America feeling, I can go all day. You know, so I'm not sure. I don't know if that's going to be the case here because BREN Esports, they have full regen, full shielding, full engage. I don't know. Right now, this is what you need. You got to get those arrows in. Reba goes off the wall, but A2 Max says, where are you going? Sit down. Carl TC is next. He gets thrown up. Hate goes on the Lancelot. And apparently, Zapnu's going to be giving over the reins to Hate this time. And by the way, for the one to do the lands. I'm a little confused, but at the same time, you know what? It's working so far, boys. The early game looking really strong here for Execration.
It really is working so far for them, and Hate has been doing a really good job playing on that Lancelot. And there is a bit of a silver lining here on that Lancelot pickup. Once you go for the Thorned Rose, if he times it real well, Rebo won't be able to push him back, and he should be able to eliminate... Hate should be able to eliminate Rebo in the fight. But that is considering we should also consider a lot of things in the perspective here for BREN Esports. It's hard to go into the backlines of BREN Esports because of how beefy this composition is, as how Wolf actually pointed it out earlier on during the draft.
Yeah, because their primary damage output is going to be this Esmeralda on Carl TZ, which is absolutely not online as of yet. It takes a lot of time before the Esmeralda actually gets activated, so they're going to have a hard time. You know what Execration needs to do? Just keep going. They have to always be first. They need to start everything first, and then force BREN to react. If you notice, that's exactly what happened earlier, and BREN was like, okay, what do? I can't fight yet, so do I just... spew out my crowd control? Is that all I need to do? So I think if Execration gets those arrows right, this could be a 1-1.
Yeah, but this could be the detrimental clash that Execration does not want to happen, because BREN Esports is having a 5-man rotation here just to take down E2 Max and Chaknu, barely taking out Chaknu. Benny Cutie, low on HP, being chased down by Coco. Gonna be forced out.
Yep,
they do have the Divine Judgment available.
Yes, slows him down a little bit. Benny Cutie needs to be super proactive here in this fight. Oh, look at that. It's going to be a big one here. Around the jungle area for Execration, still going hard on that red buff. Coco in the middle of the fight, though, absorbing a lot of damage, but that's all he did. He just absorbed damage, and he just went down without a fight. The rest of Execration, they are still in control here on the mid lane. Will they catch Carl TZ baiting up with the recall effect? It's like nothing's going to be happening for the meantime, but they are losing a lot of gold here for BREN.
They really are, and Execration needs to keep this up. As long as they get this 2,000 gold lead exponentially larger, they should be able to get this game, provided that they also start pushing on the other lanes here of BREN Esports. And it is a 3-man stack here over the top brush here in the mid lane. He's gonna try to catch somebody off guard. There goes the Abyssal Arrow connecting onto Lassie. Lassie's going to be taken out. That's one primary tank out of the picture. They can go for a full-on fight, but they are going to be disengaging because BREN Esports does not want to... BREN Esports wants to mitigate the damage that they already sustained from that fight. And Hate and Benny Cutie, they're going to try to look for another one here. Few. One Thorned Rose drops the HPs down here on side of BREN Esports. Few's going to go down thanks to Hate. And this should be the German cut here on the bottom lane and the eventual push.
That was really quick, and wow, Arrows hitting it again. E2 Max is having a great day on this arena so far. Forces Coco to really back off all the way. Now bottom lane gonna get pushed in a little bit as well. Carl TZ is defending on the top side though. That's gonna be the arrow going on to Coco, finishes him off for the win! Coco! Whoa! What the heck? Great cleanup and under a turret. Very risky, but they still managed to do it anyway. What is Execration up to? Is it all in the shoe?
This is a completely different Execration from game number 1. I think they finally understood how the game works. They're securing the objectives. They're making sure the BREN Esports are not grouped up together because they know that BREN Esports can actually beat them in a full-on fight. So they're trying to mitigate all the losses that they're getting. Yeah, they finally get the shutdown onto Hate, but still, Execration Etomax just connecting with all of the Abyssal Arrows is the bane of BREN Esports. Kind of like a throwback to Season 2's playoffs where the Abyssal Arrow was the bane and the side of BREN Esports.
A bit way ahead of you there. Right now it's going to be Rebo taking a kill finally around the jungle here for BREN Esports, but they don't seem to be ahead at all. EXECRATION looks like they still can take a fight. That's a Selena with a high HP count. Zapnu very low, going to be taken out by Lassie, but again, those are the tanks getting the kills, not really going on to Rebo, the damage dealers here. They'll get taken out by E2max in the end. Wow, the exchanges here are so long here. What's happening here? Now it's going to be E2max going down. So, good damage output from the tanks of BREN, don't you think? Yep, that's gonna be it. Apparently so. So, Lasty, what are we gonna do here? Lasty, can you actually do it? You gotta remember earlier you also lost a huge amount. Oh, there we go. RLTZ get taken out there by Hate again. Oh my gosh, this is a disaster for the mid lane of BREN Esports.
Man, it's starting to look good for EXECRATION. That was a good pick off onto CarlTZ over in the mid lane as well. And making sure that they secure the map objective, the map pressure by taking down the mid lane turret and instantly transitioning over towards the turtle. Just gives them that edge. And the turtle buff is going to be in the hands of Hate, and Few, I believe, is going to be the next target here. If Zapnu can get the eject, that is.
Alright, Hate looks like he's going to be missing a bit on the dash, but looks like Zapnu and Chaknu going to be on the front end of this tower. Very difficult to actually defend this with that duo in your faces. They're going to be forced to concede that tower. BREN Esports, they're slowly getting choked out here on the map.
The Abyssal Arrow connected on that jungle minion. Could have been worse for Lasty if only it connected, but a bit of a reset here from the side of EXECRATION. They are scattered a bit. They are zoning Esmeralda away from this. I think they are going to go for a fight here. Power of Nature brings Rebo down to 3/4 of HPs. Again, they're not going to be overextending their stay.
Absolutely. There's no way that BREN Esports are going to be able to defend him, but either way, EXECRATION, they're still playing very responsibly here. Very decisively, as going for CarlTZ once more. So what's happening to the trump card of BREN Esports? CarlTZ getting hunted down each and every time he shows his face on the map.
That is how EXECRATION is winning this. Benicuti has been very good with the calls in terms of going in for the Divine Judgment, making sure that when he does go for a Divine Judgment, BREN Esports, EXECRATION would be there to back him up. Gets the stun connection, another Divine Judgment onto Few. Almost all of the primary damage dealers of BREN Esports has been targeted out by Benicuti.
Oh, Benicuti looks like he's going to be able to do a lot here in this help control. So, I don't know what's the turnaround here for some reason. I can't find a way for BREN Esports to actually engage. And Chakno and Rebo just, waving hands at each other. But while all that's happening, EXECRATION is getting each and every farm on the map, all the jungle. It's all on EXECRATION's name. How can they pull this off? They're not even that tanky to begin with. You saw what happened when Benicuti pulls off a Divine Judgment, right? Yeah. So no one is safe here for BREN.
I mean, you know what they say, strength in numbers, and as long as they can pick off somebody in the back lines, that's how EXECRATION can fight here. Nice wall, nice Divine Judgment, but they do get fatal links there. EXECRATION, though, still coming out on top of that fight. It is a 0-for-2 trade here in favor of EXECRATION, a completely different showing from them.
Okay, so this is a massacre, if I may say so. What's happening? What? Okay, Coco's in a bit of a covert ops mission there on the bottom lane, but the rest of the squad is going to be defending the base here. That one tank minion might mean the end for the mid lane inhibitor turret. Will be going down really quickly, and two members of BREN Esports are remaining to defend. How do they get back here? Looks like the damage output apparently from the Valier, it's not enough, Nomad. It's really not enough.
It's really not enough, and Rebo isn't actually getting as much money as he wants to be able to burst out EXECRATION. Now, the only thing that BREN Esports needs to do here is to make sure that they go on for the 5v5 fights, and it's crucial for Lusty to connect with his Fatal Link, so to connect onto 3 people on the side of Execration. That's how they can fight back. Because as soon as he does go for the Fatal Links, you better believe that Carl Teasy is going to go in for the Falling Star Moon. And I feel like that is enough to burst out Execration.
You want them to really compress together, right? For the last team fight. I'm not sure if that's going to be happening, but again, they are trying to see if they can get into position to do that. The Chaknu walls, the Chaknu Guardian barriers, apparently are stopping a lot of the engages. So, how impactful is Chaknu in this fight, right? He's just doing so much work.
Yeah, Chaknu has been showing why he was picked up by Execration in the first place. He is one of the best tank players in the Philippine scene of the Mobile Legends Tank Professional League, and he's really showing up in terms of being able to just sustain this to last long in a fight. Speaking of lasting long in the fight, this fight has been lasting for longer than it should be because Execration will finally be able to lose Chaknu in that fight. BREN Esports pushing on the agenda here. Falling Star Moon committed onto Zapno on his own, manages to flicker out of there, but Hate rolls out of Thorn Rose, manages to survive. Not a lot of damage for Hate at this point in the game. What Zapno is doing right now, he is going to be pushing the mid lane as long as BREN Esports is still busy with this team fight.
No one can actually stop Carl Teasy right now. Look at him. He's just taking everyone. Everyone is... Zapno! What? What is this? The minions! Go for the minions! Zapno is open a punish! Oh my god! That's one more hit! Would have done it! What the heck?
Almost just one more hit. That is what Execration needs to force a game number 3 and still survive in the upper bracket. And this is really something new from Execration. We have not seen this from them from the past couple of seasons that they have been playing.
Yeah, I know they play crazy, but they don't play this crazy. Right now, I think crazy what you need against BREN Esports. They are fighting on the mid lane. Carl Teasy still on the chase for the Chaknu, buying so much time for his team to get back on the field.
If only they had a hyper-fed marksman on the side of Execration, they can just tank up the base on its own and just end it right then and there. But of course, BREN Esports would want to tip the scales here, and they are going to be starting the push in the mid lane in order to equalize a bit of the map control, because the advantage of the map right now is that all lanes are in favor of BREN Esports and they are pushing it towards the side of Execration. This might be where Execration loses.
This is like a 7k gold lead. They are fighting Execration. They still have the items. Carl Teasy does go down. Hate finally that position. That's a double kill on the Lancelot, and it's not done yet.
He is not done yet at all. He's gonna go for a triple. Might actually go for a Maniac here onto Coco if he manages to spot him out. But this might just be the end. 20 seconds on the death timers here for BREN Esports. If they take down Coco, this might just be it. And they are exerting a lot of effort there.
Man, that was super close. They gotta go for those minions. They gotta take him out really quickly. That's all Coco's trying to do. But will he do it? I don't think so. It's not gonna make it in time. And Execration, you thieves of the night, they win.